You feel lost, not in a loud or dramatic way, not in a way that makes people worry immediately, but in a quiet, confusing way that stays with you even when everything looks fine. Life looks normal on the outside. You wake up, you follow your routine. You do what you are supposed to do. You take care of responsibilities. You talk to people. You reply to messages. You smile when needed. From the outside, nothing seems wrong. And that is exactly what makes this feeling harder to understand. Inside, something feels disconnected. Something feels empty. Something feels unclear. It is not sadness exactly. It is not pain that you can point to. It is not anger. It is a quiet confusion. A feeling that something is missing even though you cannot name what it is. You sit with yourself and wonder why this is happening. Why do I feel lost when my life looks okay? Why do I feel confused when I am doing everything right? Why do I feel empty when nothing is clearly wrong? And because you cannot explain it properly, you start questioning yourself. You tell yourself that you should be grateful. You tell yourself that others have it worse. You tell yourself that you are lucky compared to many people. You tell yourself that feeling lost does not make sense, so you stay quiet. You don't talk about it much. You don't know how to explain it without sounding ungrateful. You don't want to worry people. You don't want to seem dramatic, so you keep going. Feeling lost does not always mean that you don't know what to do. Sometimes it means that you no longer feel connected to what you are doing. At some point in your life, the path you chose made sense. You followed rules. You followed expectations. You followed advice. You followed what felt safe. You followed what people said was right. Those choices were not wrong. They were right for who you were at that time. But people change. Your thoughts change. Your values shift. Your tolerance for noise reduces. Your priorities evolve. What once excited you may now feel heavy. What once motivated you may now feel empty. But your life keeps moving in the same direction, and that gap creates discomfort. You feel busy but not fulfilled. You feel occupied but not connected. You feel like you are moving but not arriving anywhere. That feeling is not laziness, it is misalignment. You are not lost because you failed. You are lost because you outgrew something. Outgrowing does not happen loudly. It does not announce itself. It does not come with clear signs. It shows up quietly, as boredom, as restlessness, as low motivation, as emotional distance, as a feeling that something is missing even when everything looks fine. You may notice that achievements no longer feel satisfying. You reach goals and feel nothing. You complete tasks and feel empty. You move forward but feel disconnected from the progress. That scares you, so you try to fix it by doing more. You set new goals, you stay busy, you distract yourself, you keep filling your time. But more noise does not create clarity. Clarity comes from stillness. Another reason you feel lost is exhaustion. A tired mind cannot feel direction. It only feels weight. You have been thinking for too long, planning, worrying, comparing, preparing for problems that may never happen. Your mind rarely rests. When the mind is tired, everything feels confusing. Even simple decisions feel heavy. Even small choices feel overwhelming. So you delay, you hesitate, you feel stuck. That stuck feeling feels like being lost. Social media makes this worse. You see people who look confident, people who seem certain, people who appear successful, happy, clear. You compare your inner confusion to their outer image, and you feel behind. But what you don't see is their doubt, their fear, their uncertainty, their quiet struggles. Most people do not share confusion, they share confidence. So you think you are the only one who feels this way. You are not. Feeling lost is common. It is just rarely talked about honestly. It looks like low energy. It looks like procrastination. It looks like boredom. It looks like scrolling endlessly. It looks like avoiding things you once enjoyed. Underneath all of that is a question waiting to be answered. And the question is not, what should I do next? The real question is, what no longer feels right. Many people try to fix feeling lost by adding more. More goals, more pressure, more productivity, more responsibility. But sometimes clarity comes from subtraction, from removing what drains you, from stepping away from what no longer fits, from letting go of roles you have outgrown. You do not need a new life. You need alignment. Alignment between who you are becoming and how you are living. Feeling lost does not mean you are broken. It means you are becoming aware. Awareness is uncomfortable. It forces you to question things you once accepted without thinking. It makes you realize that not everything that works is right for you. That realization feels heavy. You may feel guilty for wanting something different. You may feel selfish for questioning a life that looks fine. But growth often comes with discomfort. Change creates confusion before it creates clarity. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to question. You are allowed to not have answers yet. Life is not a straight line. It is a series of adjustments. Feeling lost is often the space between who you were and who you are becoming. That space feels uncomfortable because it is unfamiliar. You are no longer who you were, but you are not yet who you will become. So everything feels uncertain. Instead of fighting this feeling, listen to it. Ask yourself gently what feels heavy right now. What feels forced? What drains you without giving anything back? You do not need to solve everything today. You do not need a perfect plan. You do not need to rush. Clarity grows slowly. It grows in quiet moments, in honesty, in rest. If you feel lost even when life looks okay, remember this. You are not ungrateful. You are not failing. You are not confused for no reason. You are evolving. And evolution always feels uncomfortable before it feels right. Slow down. Create space. Let yourself breathe. You are not behind. You are in transition. And that is okay. You are not alone.